wanna know? Anybody wanna know? Anybody wanna know? Anybody wanna know? When I go, you back like that, back up. I show you racks, nice stacks. What's up? Why do you act like that? Enough, only for me, not so please. I be easily emancipate my needs. I show my back to flat catch up. Stop talking smack, cause you all what's up. Fighting what's real, baby, now hold up. Hold up. What's up? What's up? Go on.
Oh, I didn't mean to stop my music, but I'm just talking. Hi, Joshua Gabriel. How are you? Hey, April. How are you? Nothing special. I just went live on TikTok this is like my third live stream on TikTok. I'll be uploading that video soon because I want y'all to hear what I was talking about over there. I had a good old time over there with Joshua. Are you from TikTok? Did I just see you on TikTok? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Y'all, I can't believe I'm up to 500. Oh, I'm trying to check my sound right quick. Fortunately. Oh, okay, Joshua. Fortunately, it's nice and warm here in North Carolina. Like, seriously, very nice. Very, very, very nice. Oh, I need to check my sound right quick and make sure that everything is up to par. Checking my sound right quick. Oh, my sound good. My mic sound nice. Check my sound right quick. Hey. Oh, did I just turn my camera on? Mighty no. I didn't mean to turn my camera on, but since I did, how y'all doing today on this Sunday? Beautiful Sunday. All right, Joshua. On this beautiful Sunday. This is the Christian Sabbath. Yeah, they banned TikTok in the schools. In some of the schools, college schools. I read about that. Shout out to K-Town. Shout out to K-Town. But so much I want to talk about, but I'm gonna wait till Friday. I'm gonna wait till Friday for the recap because girl talked about that huh? I think my dad is calling me, y'all. Dad, you call me? Hold on, y'all. I'm going to take a beef patty, cook broccoli, and sweet potato fries at 1. Yes, honey. Send me some. I'm coming, Dad. Where you at? Okay, y'all. I'm back. Had to holler at my dad right quick. What was I saying? Beef patty, cooked broccoli, and sweet potato fries. Honey, last night I cooked some roast beef, squash, rice, and string beans. Talking about somebody eating good last night. I ate good last night. Oh, shout out to April, my girl April. We tried to do a show last Friday, but we was having some technical difficulties. Yeah, man, that meal was good, Joshua. Woo, especially that squash. Oh, squash and eggplant. Yes, honey. The meat was soft and tender, and my parents were able to chew it. My brother was able to chew it. All right, April, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me drop the link. We're gonna be talking. What we gonna do? Oh, girl, we about to move the recap to Sunday. Link is dropped. Oh, we about to move the recap to Sunday, girl, because I want to talk to you about something. Let me pull up these articles. So, but if I talk to you about this, oh well. Oh well. Come on up here. Bring your ass on up here. Come on up here, girl. Work it out, work it out. You see, I got my coffee. It was up here. Big ass cup of coffee. That's what I call it. Oh, but I have so much to talk to you about. Let me pull up my article. Right, I have 2 articles that I want to talk to you about. I want to talk about, because if I'm not mistaken, April, I think we talked about this before. The governor of Florida don't want to teach Black history in the schools, but I found out why. I found out why, and I agree with him 102%. Why that excuse me, AP course should not be taught in Florida schools, because they are really pushing an agenda. It has nothing to do with the Black American histories, but it has a lot to do with black queer studies. Black queer studies, I said. Now what? Why? How do you teach black queer studies? How do you teach black queer studies? Hey girl, what's up?
Girl, ooh, cold. It was supposed to snow last night, and oh, you was asking me what had happened with that
Uh-huh.
video when I was at that fashion show.
Uh-huh. What
Excuse me,
happened?
y'all. Girl, the internet was so bad. I was trying to see in the dark, and I pressed the wrong picture. But nothing had
Oh,
happened. The internet was just bad, and I pressed the
oh.
wrong
I thought I saw some sirens.
ground.
Like I thought I saw some sirens. Maybe
Girl,
that was me.
that was a old that was a background I had from another show. Actually, it was the show I was gonna do for Memphis. With them killing.
Girl, I looked at the interview that the parents had with Don Lemon, and I putty cried.
B.
I putty cried.
I said, how in the hell can anybody? By the way, hello everybody. Let me share the show. And I still got my pajamas on.
Girl, I ain't
Yep.
mad
Hello,
at you.
boy pajamas.
I ain't
This is
mad at you.
I'm glad to still be here. If I need to dress up, I can throw on wigs and everything. I don't have Janet Jackson and Mary J. Blige money to have a
Okay.
personal assistant to get me dialed up every time I go somewhere. Because, honey, it take a lot the older you get. You ought to see me yesterday trying to get ready for this fashion show. Well, any event, it takes a lot of time. But B, I don't need nobody comparing this to Rodney King, because first of all, Rodney King lived. Okay?
Right, right,
Rodney King lived. So you can't even compare this to Rodney King.
right.
The way the officers did did that boy was inhumane.
Yep,
The most saddest thing about that is you killed one of your own.
yep.
So I keep getting all these articles on my timeline
I'm
about the
sorry. My bad.
Yeah,
Um, and
I'm
and
trying to
and
find my tablet so
and
I
during
can share the show.
looking into their histories, these 5 men that killed that brother, their history, it shows a violent history. It shows a violent history. And even the chief of police was fired from Atlanta. She was fired from Atlanta for some type of sex crime investigation that she tried to cover up. Her name is Sarah Lynn Davis. She tried to cover up some type of something while she was in Atlanta and ended up getting fired.
What I'm upset about is if just a regular citizen get in trouble and they have a felony conviction on their record, it's so
What's
hard for
viral
them.
in the news now is the
I'm sorry.
story.
Go ahead.
It's so hard for them to get a job. But police officers can go around from different cities and get other jobs to go around
Right.
and kill and
Right.
harass other citizens. I'm like NWA, and since YouTube has their censored now, F, do you know what? So go do y'all own research. NWA had a song. I don't want us to get censored.
So,
You know.
do you think that this set us back?
Yes, this set us back because we had our own people to kill one of us.
And this guy was
Things that
only weighed 150 pounds. Between the 5 of these police officers, they weighed 1,000 pounds between the 5 of them. Like, so when a white cop beat and kill a black man, is it racism?
Yeah.
Well, then what was this?
I don't like black people. You know, some of us don't like our own kind, B.
Mm. 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 And this one right here, Demetrius Holiday, he was the one that beat up an inmate when he was a corrections officer. He beat up, almost killed an inmate when he was a corrections officer. Yet he was still he got a promotion after that, and was still allowed to be a cop. I mean, did y'all see the video? Did y'all see how these men were pounding on that little 150-pound man? He tried to run home to his mother. The mother said this happened 8 blocks away from her home. They
Yeah,
pulled the
it was
man.
like 100 feet, a
Yeah,
hundred feet from there.
yeah. They pulled the man out of his car with no explanation or nothing. And he tried to get away. And I don't blame him. I would have tried to get away too. You don't know what's going on?
Girl, it's a sad day. Now I want to make this clear. I've had some good experience with police officers
Hold
I've
on, somebody to
encountered.
my door. Keep talking. Somebody to the door. Keep talking.
Okay, I want to make this clear. April Showers has had some good encounters with police. It was times that I could have gotten a whole lot of tickets. I've had some great encounters. I'm a woman, so I don't know, and you know, I don't know. And they were Caucasian white police officers. Now I don't even know if I want to encounter my people, because clearly you don't think of me as your sister, as your sister. So I'm gonna keep talking. Look like B got some Sunday morning company on Sundays. People used to go visit everybody after church. Uh, I want to share the show.
Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry. I have visitors. I don't want to shut my live stream down though, but I have visitors. And I
Well,
didn't.
I just told people, I said, back in the day, I said, you got visitors on Sunday. You
Yeah.
know, people used to go around and visit people.
Hey, Steve Gilmore, how are you? Good to see you,
They
brother.
see,
Yeah, people coming home from church and they stopping by to see,
well,
visit.
and that's what I was saying. After church on Sundays, people used to go around and visit people
Yep,
before they went home.
yep,
Sometimes you were blessed to get a good meal because
yep,
somebody had cooked a great meal, and they were glad to have company. That's just what we did back in the day.
yeah,
We didn't, we didn't ask. Thank goodness you came back. We got Sunday dinner ready.
yep,
Everybody had a plate. You had a nice visit, and folks went home.
yep.
You know,
Pretty much.
uh, they thank you for the food. And that was it. We
Pretty
talked
much.
about Aunt so and so, how she was doing, and it was just a nice visit,
Right,
wholesome visit. But not nowadays. Nowadays, when they come to the house, they don't want to come in. They
right.
don't like such and such cooking.
And if you
She
don't,
don't.
if you don't have
She
something
don't.
for them, they don't want to come in, honey.
Yeah, she don't cook from scratch. She used Jiffy, and you know, we so worried about the wrong things now. Be just a
Yep,
doggone shame.
yeah,
Instead of enjoying the company,
yep,
I'd rather sit around. If somebody came to visit me today, I could pull something out the refrigerator and put in the oven and be glad that you dropped by to see me and try to feed
right,
you a little something.
right. Mm.
But
So the other thing that I heard about, but I didn't really look into it until this morning when I got up, was someone from the trans community was trying to ban Aretha Franklin's song, um, "Natural Woman," and I'm like, hold up, you a man trying to be a woman, but you want to ban Aretha Franklin's "Natural Woman" song? Black people ain't going for that. Black people are not going to let you ban Aretha Franklin. And this group was out of Norway. Americans are not going to let you ban Aretha Franklin. Let me see what the temperature is where I am, because y'all sit up and talk about
Well, it's 20 degrees. We
girl.
was here and we were supposed to get all of this snow. So I didn't even think we
It
would
is
have
it is
church
63 degrees. 63 degrees here in Kinston, North Carolina. I'm no longer in the DMV
Okay.
anymore. Steve Gilmore, I was in Washington, D.C., but now I'm back in North Carolina and I'm loving it. 63 the damn degrees on January 29th, 2023 in Kinston, North Carolina. Oh God. April, remember when we talked about Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, didn't want the schools to teach Black history? And now
Yeah.
I found out why. Now I found out why. Because the courses that they wanted to teach, it doesn't deal with it deal with Bla- I got to find the article again. Oh my
I
God.
think they're suing them. I think they're about to sue the governor.
That's not going to work because they wanted to talk about Black. Wait a minute. Let me find that article that I. Wait a minute. Ron DeSantis. Uh, Ron DeSantis. I agree with Ron. I agree with the governor. I wouldn't allow them to teach that in my schools either. Ron DeSantis. True. Okay. It's called the African American AP course. And what I don't understand is why Black people are mad about him rejecting this course. I'm trying to find my article. Some of the things that's in the course doesn't have anything to do with Black history. It has more to do with uh, gay pride. So, damn, I can't find my article. I cannot find my article and I'm blown. Y'all bear with me right quick. I just had the daggone article. Black People AP History course. What is in the AP Black
I'm trying to find our show to share it.
History
It's
course?
so cold here. Hold on. I'm going to make my second cup of coffee.
Mm.
Let me turn down the TV.
So it says the course has 4 major units, right? The history of the African diaspora, the period of slavery and abolition of the U.S., African American experiences since slavery was abolished, and various Black movements and debates, including feminism, Black power, and the civil rights movement. That's all good and well, but there's another part in there that teaches something else. Like it says, okay, according to this article, it says that Florida has drawn widespread controversy for rejecting an AP African American Studies course that Governor Ron DeSantis and his administration claim lacks an educational purpose and pushes a political agenda through the topic that state has objected to make up only a very small portion. So some of the things that are in this, it says the AP course was designed by 20 college professors, and I wonder which one of them were Black, if any, did they have any black people on that panel to talk about what African Americans should be learning. They always studying us. They always wanting us. What is Lord have mercy? The AP course will focus on black communities in the U.S., but put them in the context of the broader African diaspora, according to a copy of the curriculum made by NBC. The course has 4 major units. Within those 4 units, there are 102 smaller subtopics that cover history, culture, and concepts like culture appropriation and post-racial racism, including Juneteenth, the Harlem Renaissance, literature, music, military service, and black suffrage. That's all good. But then the Florida Department of Education said the state's rejection of the course was based on six of those subtopics, like intersectionality and activism, black queer studies, movements for Black Lives Matter, black feminist, right, black feminist literary thought, the reparations movement, and black study and black struggles in the 21st century. Why do we need to learn about black queer studies? Why do we need to learn about Black Lives Matter that wasn't even formed for us or by us? You don't want to talk about what your ancestors did to my ancestors because for fear that you don't want your children to be feeling blamed for it. That's why you don't want African American studies taught in schools.
Girl.
Make it make sense. Right. Steve Gilmore, he said they took cursive writing out of schools. They took cursive writing out of school? But yet you want to teach black queer stuff in the school. You want to read to our children in full drag in the schools. Who is falling for this?
Well, obviously we have, because we're not even trying to do anything to reverse it. These people, they say they don't want this, but you don't see them boycotting at no schools. I have not seen no parent, nobody being shown on the news boycotting and protesting this type of behavior.
Me neither. And then you have black people that are mad at Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, for denying this AP course, but they don't even know what's in the course.
Well,
Ron DeSantis did a press conference telling us what's in the course. Black queer studies? What do we need to know about black queer studies for? That is something that's personal. Your personal relationship should not be taught about in schools. Somebody make it make sense, because it don't make sense to me.
B, I used to always talk about how I came up in the 70s, how I saw a different time, and I finally threw in the towel, that was in the past. Unfortunately, the way people think now, and the youth that are coming up, most of them were put on Ritalin. They done put something in the formula in the food. Honey, we gonna need. We gonna need everybody to be on their hands and knees.
I'm telling you. I remember when they tried to put one of my daughters on that Ritalin, and I told them no, and they got mad with me. The nurses and doctors and stuff got mad with me because I wouldn't put my daughter on that shit.
And this is what we have today. This is why your kids aren't afraid of anybody. This is why your kids don't have any respect for their elders. This is why the kids are just how they are.
April, where I am now, people don't even come outside anymore. And they go to the store. I mean, as far as being recreational, going outside to play football like we used to do back in the day, play baseball, basketball. You know how people used to just go outside and hang in the parks like summertime. People don't do that no
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
People is in the house before dark now in where I'm from, where I'm at. Thanks to these crazy ass kids that don't know how to act, and some adults that don't know how to
Oh
act.
yeah, yeah.
But on a certain part of town, right up the street, the white people, they be partying, girl, every weekend. Where they hang out at up the street, they be partying. But we can't. Okay, so Julius had started working at this restaurant for one of our friends. He owned the restaurant. And when he leave the restaurant, he's a DJ. When he leave the restaurant, he go to the club next door. Now you know if that club is if that club that if his restaurant was open during club hours, he would make a lot of money. But he refused to open his restaurant during club hours. He said niggas don't know how to act.
Well, he ain't lying. I mean, I hate to say it. Honey, let me tell you. Oh my goodness. Why can't we ever start something on time? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about our folks. Fashion show 5 to 8. They didn't start. We trying to rush to get there on time. Why do I do this? I mean, boo hanging out. I'm getting in the car with my rad, right? Because you know I twisted my ankle, right? So
Uh-huh.
I'm up here 10 minutes trying to wiggle my, make my boot fit. Because, I had my little outfit. I still try to be fly. So finally, when I got my foot in the boot,
Uh-huh.
I couldn't zip it up. So it's flapping. I'm going downstairs, getting the car. My girlfriend, she's zipping up my boot. Because she fussing. Oh, we gonna be late. We gonna be late. We get to the venue. It was 10 after 5. And we sitting there and like, okay. 6:15 is when the fashion show started. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you people. Don't start nothing on time. Our folks. And honey, let me tell you. And I'm like, I like to be home before it get too late.
Right.
I don't like to be out late at night. I'm 60. I value my life.
Right.
I can hear my family now. Why was she what was she doing out?
At that time of night.
At this time of night at a doggone fashion show that started at 5. We left. I was supposed to do a show at 10 last night. Talking about do the right thing. Girl, I didn't get home till 9:30 and they still
Wow.
wasn't there. I'm like, I'm not going to buy another drink, but we can't start nothing on time. Nothing on time. Nothing. And it's like, no. When we looked up, we like everybody gone. And
Mm.
me and my girlfriend looked like, you know what? We better leave too. I ain't trying to be last person up in here. So the crowd started to shift. Like, it was a fashion show because it's called Deluxe. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's a nice venue. It's a nice venue to have, small function. They had the place decorated nice. But I was there for a fashion show, not
Right,
for a bar,
right.
not to be out in no tavern clubbing. They had intermission. I tried to do the percolator and all of that stuff. In my dreams, I was fantasizing about 30, 40 years ago when I could drop it like it was out
I
of
know
hell.
that's right.
But
Ah,
uh, you start seeing the crowd shift, and I'm like, girl, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
right.
I
What they
don't want to
started
be
getting
around
younger.
these kids.
Oh
They don't they
yeah.
don't value they don't value life.
Nope.
I value my life. No. Mm-mm. And so I made sure now the old me be the old me would have really been like 6 o'clock. I want my money back. I'm going home.
Man, you would have had every right. You would have had every right. But listen,
6:15. I buy tickets to a function and you don't start on time, man, y'all. No,
I really,
no.
really, really hate to cut this short because I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Steve said you're right about that, Miss Showers. Black folk can't do nothing on time.
No.
I'm gonna have to shut this down.
No.
I really don't want to, but I have to go to the store. The store is right across the street, but I really have to go. Um, so April, God willing, I will see you on Friday.
So we're not even gonna finish talking about Memphis.
Unless you're gonna hold it down until I come back from the store.
I'll hold it down.
All right, well, I'll be back. I'm going to the store. Miss April Shower's gonna hold it down, y'all. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
So B Sparrow get ready to walk across the street to the store. Um, and I also want to mention um my family, my grandmother, now, they lived in Memphis. Actually, my auntie has left Memphis and she has moved back to Chula, Mississippi. That's where my paternal side and maternal side come from. It's Chula, Mississippi. You know what? It's a country little town, but the way I'm feeling now, I could go to a country town right now and be just as content. I would like to go live somewhere where people still leave the doors open. People know everybody. You've got kids that are still respectful. You got kids that say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know, um, I just, I could go back to that. I could really do that right now at my age because the older you get, for me, like, I ain't out here trying to impress nobody. Long as I can get on a plane and go catch me a flight to take my cruises. Cause see, I got a couple of things that's on my bucket list. But this everyday living of getting up, going where there's so much violence, crime, uh, I can't even look at my black brother now. If they're a policeman, and I gotta be fearful of my life. I'm not gonna live like that. You can't force me to live like that. It is too much darkness in this world. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. I know we all been saying these are the last days. People been saying that for years. He's coming back soon. But I do believe there has been a shift in this world. And I want y'all all to hold on, because this ain't the way. The world is fine. It's the people in the world. And boy, let me tell you, the way this world has become now, I know this ain't what the good Lord wanted for this world to be like. I just can't believe it. I know what the words say, and it's going to take everybody. I don't care what religion you serve, what higher power, because at the end of the day, the commandments still are the same. And we going to have to rise up and take this world back. It's getting to the point now where they're closing movie theaters down. Actually, I really feel like soon they might close the schools down. You can't even get out and enjoy life because of the mass shootings. Do you know how many people live in fear these days? Do you know how many people are like really scared to come out of their homes? Like, you got people ordering from Amazon every day. They're even ordering just a light bulb. They ordering their food. They're ordering everything online. And they're not going anywhere. A lot of people are preparing. Some people are even building underground bunkers. It's just awful. What happened in Memphis, Tennessee? I cried like a baby. I cried and I cried. I don't want nobody comparing what those cops did in Memphis to Rodney King. Rodney King lived. this kid did not live. Those fat, out of shape cops that was so mad that this kid got away from them. You were that mad that that cop got up and ran and y'all had to chase him? You was fat and overweight. You know, the cops do go somewhere and sit and, you know, they eat donuts. They eat donuts. They eat donuts. That's what they do. For the United States of America, the police departments to keep spending money on these lawsuits is nothing. It's nothing to them. They have insurance for these type of things. The city pays the money. The people that are out here protesting the police brutality, I really wish that you would protest for community centers in your neighborhood. As Kwame Brown says, we need to put back coding and training. We got to stop glorifying everything that's bad in the Black community too. But we won't do that. We won't do that. I try to support my Black business people. I really do. But it's going to become a time I can't support you.
All right, y'all.
I won't be able to support y'all because it costs too much. You back, B?
Yeah, I ran into an old friend of mine. I hadn't seen her since I've been back.
Okay. I'm going to
Just
leave
my
and
luck.
come
I
back
ran into.
because somebody called so I can't hear you. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I ran into a friend of mine. Girl I went to school with, she's preaching now, and she was out in the park preaching just now. Ran into her, her mom, and her sister, and her brother. I would have been back sooner, but you know, I had to chop it up with her, see how things were. You know how it is. Thank God. I'm just thankful,
Okay.
y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I'm glad to be Black. I'm so glad
Girl,
to
I'm
be Black
glad to be
because
I'm glad to be Black and I can say it loud. I'm Black and I'm proud
because
because I know okay, I'll be quiet.
no. Go ahead.
Because I know I got something that y'all don't like.
Okay. Not only that, I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all things about the open for the Black community, for God's people, I'm telling y'all things about the open for God's people. And I'm talking to the diaspora, the people that was scattered to the four corners of the earth. Something good is about to happen. The Most High is about to bless you beyond blessings. You ain't even going to believe what he is about to do. Just hold on. Hold on to your God. You got to hold on. Hold on, y'all. He coming. Ain't that right, Steve Gilmore? He coming.
Girl.
Just hold on. Don't beat them. Don't go out killing. Stop killing. Them 5 cops that went out there and killed that brother like that, they gonna have to pay for that because that man was innocent. That man was innocent. Didn't do nothing wrong. And now he dead and gone. Man had a son. Well, thank God he had a son. That way, at least the mother can see her son through her grandson. But for these 5 black cops to beat up an innocent, skinny black man, I don't know what was going through their damn minds. And I would love to know, what were they thinking? What? You beat him up? You killed him because he ran?
Girl, they so mad he got away from them. And they big, fat, overgrown, donut-eating butts had to run, and they was mad about that. They should stay in shape.
Don't you know that one of them could have killed him? One of them alone could have killed him. That's how big they are.
They fat and overweight. They don't do that but sit and eat donuts.
This man did nothing wrong. We don't know to this day why they pulled him over. We don't know. Why they pull him over? Is anybody saying why they pulled him over? One of the cops said he tried to grab their gun. No, he wasn't. He was trying to get away from your ass. He was trying to live, but you killed him. And the most
But you know, I wonder if this was some type of ritual put on them. Because we have never seen black cops kill black people.
Somebody said on TikTok that if you look at the video, you will see 2 white people beating him up too. And they saying that it's a cover-up. Also, did you hear about the 2 paramedics that got fired too? Because the woman that was driving the ambulance didn't even get out of the damn ambulance, girl. She sat right there and watched them beat that man up. Oh, so much that we don't know yet. One thing we don't know for sure is that we don't know why they pulled him over in the first place. No one can explain that. A lot of people think that he was targeted for something that he did. A lot of people think that he was targeted. They were punching on him like that. They said, a lot of people were saying that those punches looked personal, that they was punching on him. But for whatever reason, he didn't seem to know why they were stopping him. He didn't seem to know why they was beating up on him. And then they said that at one point, Tyree was sitting against the car and he slouched over, and one of the cops kicked him and said, "Get your ass up. Sit your ass back up." He sat up again. He sat up and with the handcuffs on, and then slouched over again, and they started harassing him again, y'all. This actually made me cry.
Girl, I cried like a baby. I don't even want to watch it no more. I was up all night. I mean, I was literally up waiting on them to show that video. Like I was waiting. And you know what kills me? Is they always want to release body cam footage late at night. Why is that? Can anybody explain to me why they seem to want to release body cam video at night?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Oh, that's right. So you can kill some more of us. Because you know we're going to be out protesting. So you can legitly kill us then. Okay. All right.
Lord, I got more company, y'all. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. You know, like you said, it's Sunday. That's when people visit.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
I'll be back.
Okay. Everyone, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I am. We were supposed to get so much snow. So I thought this morning we would have a lot of snow. So I didn't even get prepared or ready to go to church. I took a good excuse me. I took me a Xanax and went to sleep last night, and I slept like a baby.
All right. All right, people. Yeah, it's a sad day. People set us back 400 more years. What I don't understand is why beat the brother up like that. That's what I'll never understand. And I wonder what's going through their minds right now that they're on the other side of the bars now.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, for you to have that much hatred in you, then you got some underlying issues too.
Yep.
That
And
all 8 of those cops, for not one of them to say, you know what, this enough. But I believe those old fat donut eating cops, they had to finally do some running. I believe they was mad because they had to run. That's how sick our people are.
but you would think that one of them would say, be like, yo, man, this ain't right. Yo, man, stop hitting him. You would think, but not one person intervened. Not one person. If someone had intervened, Tyree Nichols would have been alive today.
And to hear for his mother, do you know, to hear her son be calling mama? Do you
Yes.
know how messed up that woman is gonna be to know
Well,
that her son was calling for her?
well, you know, Mama couldn't watch the video. She couldn't even watch the first time she heard somebody say something, she walked out of the room and could not watch the video. She said at one point in the night, her stomach was hurting so bad, she didn't know why her stomach was hurting. She went and told her husband her stomach was hurting. Come to find out, at the same time her stomach was hurting, that was the time they were beating on her son. So she said she felt her son's pain. Sad situation, y'all. So
Yeah.
every time a white cop beat up or kill a black person, we call it racism, right? So what is this? What is this? 5 black cops kill a black man. What is that? I mean, 6 or however many it was. What is that? If it's not racism, what is it? Because apparently there's a lot of mental health issues going on in police departments across the world. Police officers are going through mental illness. For them to beat that man like that, they're mentally ill. Something is wrong with them. Something is terribly wrong with them. And I was thinking about this last night. How come you don't hear of women cops beating on people like that? Why not women cops? Why don't women cops kill and beat on people like that? What is the percentage of women cops when it comes to abusive behavior? Can somebody answer that for me? Why women cop ain't out here beating everybody up on every corner everywhere? Why? Why? Why is it the men that's out here doing this to people? I'm waiting.
Answer the door at Haley's house on Saturday. I wouldn't answer the damn door either. Are y'all out of y'all mind? So I keep getting all these articles on my timeline about these Memphis cops that killed Tyree Nichols, and where there's smoke, there is fire, y'all. I just read the article about Tadarius Bean, not to be confused with Chico Bean now, but Tadarius Bean, who was involved in the killing of Tyree Nichols, who's one of the cops involved. He was president of a scandal-scarred fraternity where they just beat people up, in the fraternity. If you wanted to be a part of the fraternity, they whooped your ass, okay? And now, one of the other cops, Demetrius Haley, he previously beat up an inmate. This is according to the New York Post. It says that one of the 5 former Memphis police officers accused of murdering Tyree Nichols allegedly beat up an inmate nearly 8 years ago. According to his victim, who told the Post on Saturday, that could have been me. I could have been dead. As it is, my body still hurts from the beating. It's going to hurt for life. Now, that was 8 years ago. He talking about his body still hurting. Boy, sit down. Sit down somewhere. Sledge, who is 34, alleged in a 2016 lawsuit that ex-Memphis cop Demetrius Haley, 30, who then worked as a correction officer, took part in the May 16, 2015 beatdown inside of the Shelby County Division of Corrections. Sledge, who was serving a 3-year sentence for aggravated assault, filed the lawsuit on his own behalf and said Haley and another officer punched him in the face during a search for a forbidden cell phone, according to court papers. He accused a third guard of slamming him face first. Now, this is a person, it's not funny, but it's funny, who was locked up for assault, aggravated assault, accusing somebody of assaulting him. Nigga, now you know how I feel, but anyway. He said, I had some contraband on me and I was trying to flush it down the toilet, but they didn't follow protocol. Haley was the most vicious, he said. That must have been the one that was really punching Tyree Nichols, like really punching him, like bam, bam, pounding on him. Whew. He said he blacked out and woke up in his bed with blood pouring out of his ear. There was so much blood on my pillow, it damaged my right ear for life, he said. Sledge said he got an apology from the warden at the prison, but nothing from Haley, who was working for the Shelby County Corrections Department. Haley joined the Memphis Police Department in August of 2020, just 3 years ago. Not even really 3 years ago. August 2023 will make 3 years. Wow. He got a promotion from corrections officer to police officer, Sledge said. I didn't believe my damn eyes. Sledge, who was serving time for aggravated assault, is now living in a Memphis halfway house. Haley denied in court papers that he assaulted Sledge. The lawsuit was dismissed after Sledge failed to provide the court with requested information.
So yeah, man, there's a lot of covering up going on, April. I think a lot of we still don't know why they pulled that young man over.
First of all, I need everybody to hear me loud and clear. Don't take it personal. Okay, we are all flawed human beings. We all got some type of trauma we done dealt with from being with, a lot of people, they say they didn't get the love they needed as kids. They say, then some went on to be with, not so great husbands. Uh, so many different things. I'm gonna tell y'all people, if there are therapists that are available, if you need to address these issues, but we gotta stop finding excuses. We are strong. You don't realize how strong you are, but stop finding excuses to inflict your pain
Mm,
upon the people.
mm,
Baby, let
mental
me
health,
tell you,
mental health is
huh?
serious. Mental illness is serious.
It's very serious. Now, I could be walking around here right now if I wanted to, talking about what somebody did to me,
Uh-huh.
who left me where,
Uh-huh.
this and that. Ain't nobody gonna have that much control over me.
Come on now. Come on now. But
Okay.
But at the same time, if you feel like it's overtaking you and it's too much for you to bear, back the hell away. Back off.
If you need to call somebody, I'm sure you can call B. B can talk to you. Cause we all got a story.
Yep.
See, we gotta stop being ashamed of what we've been through.
You know what? That you said that. That's why I give prompts to Universe. Our sister Universe.
Girl,
When he went live and talked about how she was getting evicted, I said, girl, you bold.
and she showed her whole eviction.
She
And
showed
you
her
know
whole
what?
eviction.
Yes, because she ain't the first person and ain't gonna be the last person.
Well, I was actually going through it the same time she was going through it, around the same time. But she
And
was,
people don't realize. But the thing of it is, baby, we are a paycheck away from being
yep,
evicted. Don't let an illness.
yep, yeah.
And
And
did the world come to an end when she got evicted? No.
I don't think so. I think I'm still here. But she came up out of it. She's that's what it's all about. It's not where you are, what you're doing, it's how you get through it. She's live now. Uh, I think that's her. Yeah, still
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
I'ma tell you, you like me, B. She came on Georgia Girls channel and she talked about all her obstacles in life that she done came through. Let
Mm-hmm.
me tell you, everybody got a story.
Right,
You think you ain't got no story. We got a story. Cause
right,
I don't know any of us that was born with silver spoons in our mouth.
right,
And even if we had silver spoon, that don't mean ain't nothing gonna happen to you.
right. Because that silver
You
spoon can be taken away just as quick as it was given to you.
Oh my goodness. And don't do so. I dance to my music.
I know that's right.
but but we all want to be loved and accepted. But just remember, you got a higher power that love you so much.
Yes.
What man will turn on you in a minute.
And with the quickness,
Don't do something they don't like.
you better grasp onto the Most High before He turn on you, because He's going to turn. Those that don't know Him and those that don't worship Him and honor Him, He's going to turn. Mark my words, but I'm not saying it. That's scripture.
But check
Most High
this out.
said, Shalom, Yaquaba, brother Yaquaba. How you doing? How you doing? I love the song, brother. I didn't know you had them skills. You know, I used to rap back in the
Oh,
day. Brother
did you?
Yaquaba. Yeah, girl, yes. Right here in this little hometown, right here. Yep.
Hey, Squabble.
But
Yeah, how you been?
once I got married, I let it go. Let it go. Let everything go. Concentrated on my family and stuff. My daughter, I have a daughter who is a rapper. My brother who is a rapper. I'm the only one that didn't get my music or my voice on wax. There's a tape circling around somewhere, but I'm the only one out of all the rappers in my family that didn't get my voice or my rap music on wax. Go figure. You know why? Because I was the first one in the family to rap. But anyway,
Girl, if you believe it or not, I am like the complete opposite from my siblings.
mm,
Yep, the complete opposite.
so I was the rapper and I did a little bit of singing. And turns out I have a daughter. My oldest daughter, Candace, can sing circles around me. And my youngest daughter, Cindy, can rap circles around me. So I come from a musical family. My auntie was the first lady of go-go, which y'all know y'all go-go developed or
Oh,
started in
no, that
Washington,
go-go
D.C.
music.
Yeah.
Mm.
Back when my auntie was coming up, there weren't women in any go-go groups. My auntie was the first one. Lady B, of course. Lady B, of course. What? What? And so my auntie and my uncle had the group Hot Cold Sweat. Y'all can Google Hot Cold Sweat, the go-go group, and they started the first female go-go group called Pleasure. So yeah. But I like your music, Quava. Keep doing it, brother. Keep doing it. The lyrics. Hey, speaking that truth. So anyway, we was talking about Tyree Nichols, of course.
Well, we were talking about the effect of
Yeah.
looking at this body cam. We were talking about, I think for us black people, this is how, this is how to have our brothers kill one of their own. For what? For what?
And I wonder if they are remorseful. I wonder if they have any remorse. Like, man, what was I doing? What was I thinking? Because if y'all looked at that video, that guy was pounding on him. He wasn't even trying to fight back. He couldn't even block the punches that was coming down on him. This set us back another 400 years.
Girl, to see our own police officers kill us, uh, and to pull him out of the car the way they did. like he was just an old rag doll. And he's asking him for what? I mean, the boy looked startled. The boy was really scared. But let me tell you something. See, I don't care how scared he was after they tased him. That boy still got up and ran.
He tried to run home to his mother. But I propose the question again, though. When we see white cops beat and kill black people, we call it racism. So what is this called? Is it racism when we see the white cops beating on them? What is this called?
We don't care about our own people. We don't care about our own people. Keep talking, B. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee.
Okay. Demetrius Haley, he was accused of this before when he was a corrections officer. And he beat up an inmate.
Hold on. I'm going to grab some coffee, y'all. Oh, God. Hold on. I got to wobble to get.
This brother was innocent. I mean, so far that we know of, he was innocent. He was a working man. He worked at FedEx. He had a son.
He worked at FedEx. And you know, to get on with FedEx, you got to have no background.
Right. They do background checks. As a matter of fact, did they even do a background check on him? Did they call him in? No, because I heard the mother say that after they beat him down, you could hear an officer in the video saying to get down his license plate and see what his address is. One of the paramedics didn't even get out of the truck. For some reason, 2 paramedics was fired too. They're not talking about them. And we cannot ignore the fact that these 5 black men was charged and arrested immediately. We want that same energy the next time, and there will be a next time. The white cop do the same thing, or anybody do the same thing. Look at Ahmaud Arbery. Look how long those people walked around after they killed him. They walked around for months. Thank the Most High Elohim for video. Think about all our brothers and sisters before video.
I'm coming. I'll be right
Thank
there.
the Most High Elohim for video. I say again, we want that same energy when the next Derek Chauvin put his knee on the neck of the next George Floyd. I hope y'all got that. We want the same energy. We're glad you locked these brothers up. But don't say to us that it can't be done, that you have to go through trials, months of trials, and the killer of the black man is walking around free until trial. Boy, y'all. This brother right here, he was president of a sorority when he was in college, and the sorority was known for hazing people, beating them up. I didn't know that 40-something-year-old men were allowed to be in fraternities. I didn't know that, but according to the article that I read, a 44-year-old man wanted to be in the fraternity and they beat him so bad. The fraternity that this brother right here was the president of. I can't think of his name right now. I really don't want to know his name, but these men have history. I got the third video coming out on the third one. They got history of abusive behavior. But apart from that, so does the chief of police, Sarah Lynn Davis. Their chief of police.
My niece just asked me had I heard about the chief of police, Sherilyn Davis, CJ, Memphis Police. And I was like, well, no, I haven't heard much about her. I don't know much about her. And she was saying that they were saying some things about her in a Facebook group that she heard about. But I ain't think nothing of it. So I sat down at my computer and the first thing that popped up was this headline from the New York Post that read Memphis Police Chief Sherilyn Davis fired from previous Atlanta job after botched sex crime probe. So here she is involved in a previous sex crime investigation. The chief of police in Memphis, in charge of the 5 officers who fatally beat and tasered motorist Tyree Nichols, was fired from a previous law enforcement job after a botched probe. C.J. Davis became the first female police chief in Memphis history in 2021 and is currently in the international spotlight after 5 cops brutally beat Tyree Nichols. She was fired from the Atlanta Police Department in 2008 for her alleged involvement in a sex crime investigation into the husband of an Atlanta police sergeant, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. 2 detectives accused Davis of telling them not to investigate Terrell Marion Crane, who was married to Sergeant Tanya Crane, after the police department obtained photos of him with underage girls. A federal grand jury later indicted Terrell Crane on child pornography. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of child pornography in 2009, the newspaper reported. The indictment was issued after Atlanta police took no action in the case, and a subsequent investigation by the city pointed to Davis as the reason. Davis was demoted from major to lieutenant before being fired from the force that she had joined in 2008.
You know what this tells me about her is that she might be good at covering some stuff up. Like the Most High Elohim is in the revealing business, and there's a possibility that these 5 black men been through this before.
It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me, B.
CJ Davis is good at covering stuff up. She tried to cover up a sex crime of one of her officers or one of her colleagues' husbands who was having sexual relations with underage children.
Well, you know, they look out for their
They
people.
tried to cover it up. So
But,
her officers not to investigate it.
But that's what the cops do. The cops have always done that. They've always covered up their people. This ain't just started, B.
Well, they
Mm-hmm.
locked up. They did lock him up, brother. They locked him up. They
Oh,
in
they
jail.
got him too fast.
They got him quick.
They got
They,
him so fast it was scary, girl. Mm-hmm.
and remember when you told me about it, and we was talking about it on the last show, and I looked it up. That's the first thing I said. I said, "Wow, they arrested them real quick."
Girl, so fast it made your head spin. Them other people, they were able to be put on paid leave,
Yep,
investigation.
yep.
Mm, yeah, mm, yeah.
I remember the Rodney King beating.
And they trying to compare this to Rodney King.
You
How
sort of,
dare you?
you can sort of kind of you can kind of the only difference, like you said, is that Rodney King lived. That's the only difference. That's
Yeah.
the only difference, and the fact that the cops were white and Rodney King was black. So that's the only two
Mm.
differences. Everything else is exactly match.
5 cops.
I think
Yeah.
Rodney King and them had. I think Rodney King had more cops on him, didn't he?
Yeah. He really did. He did.
But see, he was a big dude. Rodney King was a big dude. This
Hmm.
Tyree Nichols, his mother said he was a $150.
Girl, did you
Yeah, they
see his
locked up.
face?
They are locked up, bro. They locked up. They got them quick. There go. That's
Yeah,
the
they
mug
got it
shot.
quick.
You see, that's the mug shot of one of them on the screen. That's a mug shot of another one. Let me show you the whole all of them mug shots. I got all of their mug shots. They got them. And that's what people are saying. They got them like Derek Chauvin. He walked around from what a few weeks before they locked him up. The people that killed Ahmaud Arbery, they walked around for months before they got their time, before they got a court date, before they even got arrested. They walked around for months.
Honey, if that guy wouldn't have never released,
Oh,
if the
right.
friend,
You're right. Right, you Carb. Excuse me, April. You're right. He said he made a point, and he said another difference is those cops that beat Rodney King did not get locked up. He right.
yeah,
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
yeah, they were fine. They let them walk. They tore LA up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like, don't even compare this to Rodney King. You can't even compare it. Hmm. What was Rodney King's word? Can we all just get along? No, we can't all get along because you hate me because of the color of my skin.
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely right. And I don't
Because I'm a black goddess. You hate me because I'm a beautiful black
no.
goddess.
You hate me because I'm a reflection of the Most High Yah. Because he got this woolly hair and he got
Hmm.
that copper skin. That's why
Skin
you
of
hate.
brown.
That's why you hate me. You hate her because she a black goddess. You hate me because I'm a reflection of the Most High Elohim. That's why they hate the black man so much, because the black man is so strong, physically, mentally, and they can't take it. They can't. They can't understand it. They about to though. It's about to open up. It's about to open up.
I can't wait till we be singing Kumbaya, my Lord. Yeah.
Oh, hallelujah. All praises to the Most High, y'all. That's all I can say about it. All praises to the Most High, y'all. This happened for a reason. I like what the mother said about the son. She said her son was put here for a particular reason. His job was up.
Girl, that mother said what they wanted her to say on national TV. Trust and believe. Ain't no mother that can saw her son get beat down with a pumpkin face and saying nothing like that. Now, I'm so
What?
girl. I would be dogging them all out. What
Well,
reason?
you know that Christianity has taught us to forget and forgive and forget. Christianity has taught us to be that way.
Now,
Like,
I'm a Christian. Christianity ain't taught me nothing like that. You
well,
kill man and give
Christianity,
him a pumpkin face. I'm gonna talk about everybody.
the pastor got people believing that they are supposed to turn the other cheek and not for and to
What
forgive.
pastor? That was Martin Luther
Pastors
King.
in the Christian churches.
That was Martin. That was
No,
Reverend Martin Luther King's teaching.
no, that was Jesus. That was Yahshua HaMashiach teaching. He did say turn the other cheek, but it's not like what the Christian pastors are saying. When the Most High is telling you to turn the other cheek,
But
he's saying
my
towards
bishop
your
don't
brother,
teach that.
towards your brother, towards your brother, towards your brother, not towards somebody that that's getting ready to come at you with a knife and no, somebody that's getting ready to stab you and kill you. You're not gonna forgive them. That don't make sense. But towards your true brother that you know that's not going to stab you in your back, or not going to do anything to harm you, if by chance he happened to do something, lie or cheat or whatever, then you forgive your brother. Talk about it with your brother. Forgive him. But like you said, Martin Luther King version of turn the other cheek is something else. The pastor's version, the Christian pastor, wasn't he a Christian? Wasn't he a pastor? He taught turn the other cheek, like we're supposed to forgive somebody that rape us, that hang us, that feed our babies to alligators. They want us to forget. They want us to forgive and forget that. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. When the Most High, when Yahshua HaMashiach said, "Turn the other cheek," wait a minute. I better make sure. I gotta make sure. I'm sure that's biblical. Yeah, when Jesus said, "But whosoever smite you," wait a minute, y'all. Maybe it's not biblical. Wait a minute, she's back. I think it
Okay,
is. It
I'm
says,
back.
"But I said to you that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also." So yeah, Yahshua HaMashiach preached that. But he talking about your brother. He ain't talking about that somebody that raped you. How you gonna forgive somebody that raped you? Anyway, let me mind my business. Let me mind my business. April.
Well, they say, if he forgive us, because we done some stuff too,
True.
we got to forgive other people. So, moving right along, because, I don't do this religious stuff. Okay.
No, but I just wanted you to know that it wasn't Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was preaching scripture. I don't understand why, and I'm directing this to you too, in a sense. I don't understand why when I start talking about scripture, people want to run away, but they run to
I
other people.
ain't running away. I ain't Martin
Let me finish.
I ain't Martin Luther.
Let me finish. But they
I ain't
run.
Martin Luther King. I would have been Malcolm X.
But they run to other people that talk scripture. They don't want to hear me talk scripture, but they go call me fanatic and all kinds of names and shit for talking scripture, but they'll go listen to somebody else talk scripture and want me to listen to that person. I don't get that.
I wouldn't have been Martin Luther King. I would have been Malcolm X. Hello?
I'm trying to think. I was thinking about that. Say you won't be
I
Martin Luther King.
I wouldn't have been Martin Luther King Jr. I would have been Malcolm X.
Yeah, I probably would have followed Malcolm X too.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing what I know now about Christianity, I probably would have followed Malcolm X too, if I knew Christianity like I know it now at that time, if that makes sense.
So what do you know about Christianity?
You don't want to get into it, sis. Trust me, you're gonna end up getting off the panel. You don't want to get it.
No.
You don't want me to talk about it. I know you don't. I know you don't. Yaquaba said, that's why I always say, those who have an ear, let him hear. I think Malcolm was telling the truth about how we should be. Of course he was. And Nat Turner was too. But the slave master taught us to turn the other cheek, thinking that word was for them and not for us. They done took our history and turned it around on us, Yaquaba. They took our history and turned it around on us. How brilliant is that? Made us think we were the Gentiles. Made us think we were the animals. So let me ask y'all this about these 5 black men that was arrested for killing Tyree Nichols. Do you think that it's a learned behavior in the police force?
I think with the police, because I was a correctional officer, it's not a race thing. It's a blue collar. It's a thing that they all stick together.
It's an oath. Hey, Slide Jones. What's up, Slide? Good to see you, brother. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's an oath that they take. Like, they'll stick with they gonna stick with that blue blood, as you should say. Even as correctional officers, they all stick together. It's not even about race. They just stick with their own. Us against them. It's not even racial. They're cops. They police officers, and they gonna fudge report. They gonna protect their people. They gonna protect their own. It's what they do.
Kwame said exactly. They say we can't own anything or inherit nothing, but it's all theirs. Oh, in time we will see. Long time no see. Love you, sis. Glad to see news not involving. Ooh, Tracy. I missed that. That went over my head, bro. Sorry.
What happened now?
I don't know.
You was reading a
Um,
comment.
yeah, I was reading Sly Jones's comment. Since we are on the subject of cops, let me talk about this one. Wait a
They do
minute.
stick together now. Them cops stick together. They stick together. It's just one of them things. But they do.
Wow.
Listen to this.
All these cop stories that are circulating the news, it's a
Oh, the
bit
mic is popping.
overwhelming. We talked about Sean Denning, the police chief that was busted on drug charges. We talked about the 5 black police officers that beat down black man Tyree Nichols. All were fired and charged real quick, by the way. And now we have Megan Hall, another Tennessee cop who was fired for sleeping around on the job, sleeping with at least 6 men that we know of. This cop gone wild was spared criminal charges. Tennessee District Attorney says sex on duty and through raucous hot tub party did not break the law, but nearly 10% of the department has been fired for violating policy over this sex scandal. Megan Hall, who's 26, and her fellow cop sex groupies will not be criminally charged. Hall was fired after an investigation revealed her intimate relationships. The DA office declared the scandal police related to the Tennessee cops involved in the Girls Gone Wild hot tub party and office sex scandal will not be criminally charged.
What is going on in Tennessee with the police officers? What is happening?
Same way things that happen in LA. The same things that happen with Chicago.
This girl was sleeping with everybody on the damn police force. I think they said like 10% of the police force was fired.
Oh Lord, I hope she didn't give them the package.
She was giving head. She was just giving everything. And she's married. And her husband trying to save the marriage.
Oh my goodness.
These are people that's supposed to serve and protect. She got in trouble for.
That don't mean she didn't have a sex drive.
But damn, did you have to fuck? Did you have to screw everybody on the squad? How can you do that and show up at work the next day? They said she wrecked they said she wrecked about 4 police cars. She got in trouble for that. Two police cars, maybe. Something like that. She kept getting in trouble. And then this ruining families. Her and her husband just bought a family home.
Who found out? Certainly the guys didn't go home and say, I'm sleeping with my fellow cop.
Girl, you know them brothers couldn't stop. You know they had to talk about her. Imagine them. She walked into the room. Yo, man, I hit that. You know how men talk.
And I bet you it wasn't a one-time thing neither.
Of course it wasn't.
The question is, why did y'all keep going back? Something had to be good about it. Y'all loved her. Ho cop. Okay.
They said she went to
Okay.
went to one of the officers' family picnic and took off her shirt in front of the families and children and stuff. And I was like, this heifer might be a drunk or something. I don't know. Anyway.
Mental illness is real.
Mm, mm, mm. And then I can't get about the chief of police that was arrested on drugs. Sean Denning. Let me see if I can't find him right quick. And then I'm going to shut this thing down and we're going to enjoy our Sunday.
Just when we thought that things couldn't get any worse, police chief was arrested on drug crimes, according to CBS News.
Y'all might hear my niece in the background. She got a.
The chief of the Greensburg
You know
Police
what,
Department has
B?
been arrested and is facing charges.
Yeah.
For alleged.
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to say, you know, at the end of the day, what we have to realize is that these people
You okay?
are human beings too. We've tried to make them perfect. And they
No,
ain't perfect
no.
either.
But if you make an oath to serve and protect, and you break that oath,
She was serving and protecting the best way she knew how. On her knees and her back.
I can't.
Now you know I'm a comedian, girl, but still, she was serving and protecting the way she knew how.
Oh my word, girl, you wrong. Okay, I ain't gonna be mad at you, April.
She
Right?
probably didn't even know how to shoot a gun, but she knew how to flap on them, drop down to them knees.
You wrong.
She knew how to
You're
get on her
wrong.
back. Y'all don't mind me. This a little fun day Sunday. Sunday
But you know
fun day.
what, April? If she was a black cop, I think that this would have been plastered all over the world. If this was a black cop, she would have been called all kind of hoes and bitches.
Girl,
and
she would have been all kind of.
this girl got invited
ATVs.
to dance at a nightclub, $10,000. 2 nights, $5,000 a night. She got invited to dance at a nightclub after this story came out.
Well, she better go. Hey, now she can do what she really loves and get really paid good money for it. Whole thing.
She had the men in the that she was sleeping with thinking that she was in an open marriage. Well, I thought if you was in an open marriage, the husband's supposed to know. I don't know how open marriage worked, but I thought that the husband's supposed to know about the relationships you in, and the wife's supposed to know about what the husband. That's how I thought it worked. So I don't know.
They tell me when you in an open marriage, anything goes. So that means he was doing what he wanted to do. Lord help him. They don't even know what marriage is anymore. I told you, girl.
Quaba said, remember the sister who was in love with a brother who was a prisoner? Do you think her love was wrong? Well, you can't help who you love, but as a guard, you have an oath and you can't be sleeping around with the prisoners. Was it love or was it lust? If you love him, then I don't know, Yaquaba. I don't know. If it's love, I don't know. Was it love or was it lust? Because if it was love, you'll still have a job. I think. Uh,
So she lost her job because she slept with men?
if she was sleeping with, if this is the same one I think he's talking about,
Okay.
okay, do they stop being a man? No, but if he would have been doing what, I don't know why the man was locked up. I don't know why the man was locked up, but
Everybody ain't meant to be a cop.
no, you don't stop being a man. But if you locked up, you in there for a reason. That I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Girl, when I worked as a correctional officer,
Ooh, go ahead, April.
let me tell you, honey, they walked out guards, visiting nuns, visiting people from the ministry. Those people have all the time in the world to study the correctional officers. You know, being in corrections is something. Being a correctional officer is the job. Trust and believe. Yeah,
He said. So my question is, do you think it's correct to keep our people locked up like that? It depends on what they do, what they've done. Like, don't you think that they should be locked up for what they did to Tyree Nichols? Maybe women corrections shouldn't be correction officers in men prisons and vice versa, because you heard about the guy, the correction, you hear about correction officers that get female inmates pregnant.
yeah,
Maybe they shouldn't be, you know, female correction officers working in male prisons and vice versa. And there definitely should not be, remember the transgender man, the transgender woman, a man that is transitioning to a woman. They locked him up with female prisoners and he was getting the prisoners pregnant.
girl, girl, what? It was five of them, wasn't it?
That or more.
Yeah,
Yaquan said most of our people are locked up for slinging drugs or supposed slinging, but America sells a bunch of drugs. Hey,
yeah, that's so true.
things that make you say, mm, things that make you go, mm.
Things that make you go, mm. But I think this woman cop, I just think she was in the wrong field, you know? Uh, so
Conjugal visits are different. That's when you visiting. That ain't within the prison system. That's when you can go and maybe they'll let you get some. But you was talking about the prison guard and the prisoner, right?
yeah, they fall in love with those inmates. They fall in love with them. They bring them. Look at the one woman that broke the man out of prison.
Right, right,
Look
right.
at
I was
that.
thinking about that too.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
I
I don't.
mean,
So, do you think that it's wise for women correction officers to work in men prisons and vice versa, April?
girl, I think you just got to look in the mirror every day you go to work like I did and say, I am somebody, this is a job. I they are the prisoner and I am just there to make sure they eat when they supposed to eat and uh they get to go out on the yard and everything else. So mm-mm.
Well, guys, we have been up here for 2 hours. This is the longest live stream I've done in a long
Yeah,
time.
girl, and this was fun. This was fun. I done had my cup of coffee and
Girl,
a
I had
snack.
this filled to the brim. This was filled to the brim. I had a big old cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm. And you got company coming over.
Yaquaba said, no, my mom just got back from church. So she said, Yaquaba said, I think it's good to allow them to marry and have time together because they are still mankind. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Everybody, please hit that subscribe, like, and share. Honey, and I'm
finally
ready to
hit the
go
500.
back to bed.
Finally
It's
hit
cold.
the 500 mark on YouTube.
Oh, you made it. Now it should be smooth sailing. Because I had such a hard time. I got 500. I was close to 800, 900. Then I went down. Girl,
And I did finally went live on TikTok a few times. It's not what I thought it was gonna be, but I think maybe it'll get better as I go along. Maybe it'll get better as I go along. April, anything you want to say before I shut this thing down? Yeah.
I want to say I love y'all with everything I have in me.
We know you too, April.
Everybody have a great day, and I'm getting ready to go back to taking a nap. Shoot. It's cold outside today, and I done refused. I am not Commonwealth Edison, which is our electricity company here. I am not getting ready to give them all of my money. So I'm going to wrap up in my 2 blankets and I am going to stay warm
I know
and
that's
watch
right.
the remote control. I'm not giving nobody all of my money this year for no heat nor air. I'm going to learn to start saving my money instead of sitting up here. I ain't going to be cold and I ain't going to be hot for nobody.
I know that's
Uh-uh.
right.
No, ComEd ain't ready to get all my money. Uh-uh. So I'm finding ways to be practical now. So I'm under 2 nice warm blankets and I'm going back to sleep and get my feet warm. Seems like once I had cancer, my feet stay cold. Yeah. All right. Everybody have a great day. I'm
I'm
out.
live, right, Queen? I'm live, mother. Jasmine. Mm-hmm. My cousin Jasmine. Mm-hmm. Tell her I said thanks. Appreciate it. Uh Yaquaba said it's hot in Florida. Oh, Yaquaba, I didn't know you was in Florida. We was talking about Ron DeSantis in his AP when he refused to allow the AP, what do they call it? Black American history, African American studies in the schools. And I agree with him 100%. We'll talk about it another time. As for now, I got to go. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for getting me up to 500 on YouTube. And thank you to the Black Girl Follow Train. I had a chance to look at that plan that they was one the layout of the plan that they wanted to teach, and I agree with Ron DeSantis. Some of those things in that plan, our people don't need to. But we'll talk about it some other time. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Stay tuned for more. There's more to come. It's your girl B Sparrow. BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. This channel is the No Audience Podcast. For the scattered till he gather. Shalom. Talk to you guys later.